We join Hanzo Hasashi in Riften, where he was told a rather grouchy armor vendor could teach him more about the way of the fist. The intent was to improve upon an already strong talent and to see where that took him, but not all would go as smoothly as it did in Riverwood. We can see right away that Hanzo has some new gear, and is one step closer to his final form. He used the pelts gathered in Riverwood to craft a set of Hunter-Archer armor, which is lighter, fits better, and offers more protection than the crude hides he was wearing before. He also worked with Balaman, the smith, to create a sword more to his liking. An iron katana with a deadly enchantment which reduces the armor of his target. Hanzo also decides to add to his spellbook while in town. He visits the court wizard and obtains Okado's Recital, which will cast up to 3 spells automatically when entering combat. He also purchases Stone Flesh, an upgraded defensive spell, and a spell from the Arcanum spell pack called Blazing Soul, which adds stacking attack buffs with each flame spell landed in combat. He hooks up Stone Flesh and Blazing Soul to Okado's Recital, and with the final slot he stores a Forgotten Magic Redone spell called Salamander Touch, an upgradable flame cloak. This should help add a little spice to his damage output. Here in the Rift, Hanzo would earn money by doing bounties and spend every septim he could spare on training with Grelka. As he levels up, Hanzo continues taking attribute points in a 1:2:2 ratio, favoring health and stamina over magicka for the time being, in order to focus on his combat skills. Bounty is for a small group of bandits at Bethalft, a small dwarven ruin in the forest to the west. Feeling confident from his triumphs in Riverwood, he can't wait to get started. On his way, he prays to his chosen deity, Leki. Leki is one of the most popular deities in Hammerfell, and Hanzo feels she gives him strength in battle. There are many beasts on the road, including wolves, spiders, and even goblins. Nothing Hanzo can't handle. This poor sod wasn't as fortunate. But they had some interesting armor and a nice blade. Hanzo takes them, if only to study the designs for future iterations of his own. But what's this? An assassin? Damn, he's strong too. This didn't appear to be a random attack, but a targeted hit. Who could want Hanzo, a relative nobody at this point, dead badly enough to hire assassins to hunt him?
Reptile wins.
Well, it appears that Hanzo has finally met his match and has learned an important lesson in humility. The Shadow of Skyrim Nemesis mod provides alternate death scenarios. It names the NPC that kills you, buffs them, and awards them a healthy chunk of our inventory. It also applies a debuff and respawns us in a random location. This Argonian assassin's name is Shines in Moonlight, Namira's chosen. Hanzo commits this to memory, and Shines in Moonlight becomes his sole focus. Though he does feel the weight of his injuries. Hanzo is debuffed by the Weight of Nirn effect, which reduces his carry weight by 20. Inconvenient for sure, but could be much, much worse. Hanzo is truly lucky to be alive. He finds himself in the Riften Hall of the Dead, believed to be a lost cause by the priests of Mara. But Hanzo is made of stronger stuff, and he is destiny-driven. For the first time in his life, Hanzo needs help. His first thought is of Gore in Riverwood, the toughest SOB he's ever met. Never being one to turn down a fight, Gore readily joins his friend in his quest for redemption. To prep for his rematch with the Argonian, Hanzo trains again with Grelka, who tells him that there is always much more to be learned from defeat than victory. He also takes some time to improve the scavenged gear he was left with. And then, it's time to face his nemesis, Shines in Moonlight, Namira's chosen. On the way, Hanzo and Gore are waylaid by a thief, an all too common occurrence in this hold, but a thief with better gear than his own. This diversion is worth taking. Finally, the rematch. Hanzo opens battle with a poisoned blade, but the Argonian's blood proves resilient. Gore lands a strong hit, but Shines in Moonlight is smart. He knows the brute's armor is too strong and focuses instead on Hanzo to reduce his adversary's numbers. But Hanzo remembers his training. He takes a breath, stays calm, and readies his blade with another paralysis poison. Even Namira's chosen can't withstand this for much longer.
Victory.
And just like that, it is done. The sting of defeat is bitter indeed, but the sweet taste of vindication is all the better for it. Hanzo finds it funny that only through loss can true triumph be felt. He takes this to heart and thanks Shines in Moonlight for this valuable lesson. There remains but one loose end: the bandits in Bethalft. Gore and Hanzo are confident entering this fight, but it is not hubris as it was before. It is the strength that comes from knowledge and experience. The knowledge that there are those that are stronger than themselves, and the experience to know how to deal with it.